Welcome to a special episode of Dr. Damage's show. Welcome. Our elders say that it's always good for the wind to blow every now and then. Do you know why? Because when the wind blows, it gathers leaves and heaps them by the roadside. but that is not the first thing that the wind does. What the wind does when it blows is expose the butt of a fowl. Take a look.
Eastern Security Network was formed by government of the Eastern States.
Sasha, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why are you starting from this? He wasn't the first person that encountered the wind. Okay, let's start from the very beginning. Let's start this story from the very beginning. So, the Arewa Kingmakers demanded that all the presidential candidates in Nigeria must come for an interview for the job. Excellent. That's what we're talking about. They called it an interactive forum. Interactive. And guess what? They showed up. The big names. They showed up. Bola Tinubu also went. That is when you know that something is important. When Tinubu suspends everything. Doctor's appointment, nurse's appointment, all this appointment with psychologists, and showed up. Yes. Now, the first candidate that appeared was Atiku Abubakar. Now, he was the son of the soil. Son of the soil. You know, he didn't have to worry about anything. He spoke to them in their language. Watch.
I think what the average northerner needs is somebody who is from the north and who also understands the other parts of Nigeria. He doesn't need a Yoruba candidate or an Igbo candidate.
Well, you see, I used to think that Atiku was not that bright. But here, he outperformed himself. He did. He told the North something that they did not know. I hate it when politicians tell us what we know. How would they not know that in the last 8 years, that Igbo man with a Yoruba mother called Buhari had presided over Nigeria and destroyed the North? How would they not know if Atiku did not tell them? I don't understand why people were mad at Atiku for what he said. Some were even calling him a bigot. To Fiakwa. I'm like, what? The man married an Igbo woman, Yoruba woman, Hausa woman. What else do you want from him? As a result of these marriages, his DNA has changed. Eating amala, apple, and tuwo has wiped out any bigotry cell in him. The next fellow that showed up for the job interview was Bola Tinubu. Hey, Ashiwaju. The man mesmerized people in that room with one of his greatest speeches ever. But it was when he was asked about climate change and what to do about these demands from the West that he showed his ingenuity. Watch.
If you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change.
I said, move over, King Solomon. Move over. Here comes the Jagaban of Lagos. Wisdom. Dropping. You know the West and this their nonsense climate change talk must stop. No be so. After all, we have Sahara Desert. What do we need climate change for? What? Wise man. That was how Cameroon told Nigeria in 1977 or thereabout to build a dam on the Niger to avoid flooding. Who gave them the right to command Nigeria around? Cameroon? The same thing with the West. We can take the heat. By heat, I mean the flooding that is going on across Nigeria today. We lost 600 people due to flooding. And so what? We are 220 million people, for crying out loud. We can afford to lose 100,000 people and we won't even feel a thing. What? It is Cameroon's climate change. It is Cameroon's dam. What thing concerns us? Now, the other candidate that showed up was Peter Obi. Now, did you notice that Peter Obi did not get any tough questions? Because the brother of his vice presidential candidate was the moderator. You see? Watch.
I will be perfectly honest with you. The biggest fear for the North is that your success as president will be the price to be paid for peace and security from the Southeast.
Wow. Softball questions. Softball. You would think Obi would shine with that one, but he didn't. Here is Peter Obi's answer. Take a look.
I've never, and I'll say it anywhere, please do not vote for me because I'm an Igbo man.
What kind of nonsense answer is that? Yeah? The question was very simple. That insecurity in the East is why Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world. Yes. How will you assure the North that your presidency will not end that insecurity? Because we don't really want it to end. That was the question. I don't see anything confusing in that carefully crafted question. Nothing. Now, when Arewa asked Obi why he has not condemned the activities of IPOB's ESN, he brought the house down with his answer. Take a look.
The Eastern Security Network was formed by government of the Eastern states. They are the governors who formed security things. How can I go and condemn them?
Now. This man Obi is a genius, underrated. I wonder where he gets these smart answers to any question thrown at him from anywhere. I wonder. Do we know?
The best advice I got in Anambra State to stop crime in a place called Opiweka was I got the advice from a madman.
It may actually work. If your job is to cure a mad country, you may find your solution by talking to madmen. It may work. I tell you, I cannot wait for these candidates to show up in Enugu and Ibadan to take questions from Ohaneze and Afenifere Kingmakers. I can't wait. I can't wait for that day because kafune fune diotua. Fune. Agadia.